It doesn't mean that you're gay or bisexual or that you are changing your sexual orientation. You are interested in exploring and expanding.
Everybody do it. Everybody do it.
Hi, this is Lianna with the Sex Discovery Channel. So the question today is, I am having same-sex fantasies. What do I do about them in a heterosexual relationship? Well, first of all, there's nothing wrong with having same-sex fantasies at any time, whether you're in a heterosexual relationship or not. What is happening is your desires are starting to change and you're wanting to have some other kind of outside experience, something different than what you've been doing up to this point. And so you're fantasizing about something that's very maybe taboo, that's exciting, that's scary at the same time. You're turned on by it. You're not sure if this is something that you actually want to do, but you're fantasizing and it's increasing and growing. I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions that you can think about as you make your way through this fantasy, and hopefully this is going to help for you. So the first thing is really to look at your relationship right now, your sexual relationship with your partner. If you've been together for a number of years, and you've been having the same kind of sex, and you're finding the sex is dwindling and becoming less and less, and it's not as exciting anymore, and you're not as connected as you used to be, it's very likely that you are looking at other places for experience, looking in other places so that you can get turned on again. You know, this relationship that you're in is not turning you on as it used to. So you're looking outside of that. Now, that doesn't mean that this is the end of this relationship, the sexual part of this relationship, but it does mean that you need to make some change and that you need to take some risk in your own relationship. Up to this point, whatever you have done, you have to change and do it differently. And that's different for each person. So what have you been doing up to this point? Look at it and think about it and make some conscious decision on how you're going to make that different. Possibly you've been having sex in the bedroom. That's the only place you ever have sex. So take it out of the bedroom. Go into one of the other rooms of the house, or the apartment, or take it outside, or take it into a place that's a little bit more taboo and scary and exciting. You have to bring some spark, a little bit of fear and excitement into the sexual part of your relationship in order to boost up the energy again. The other thing I want to say is communicate this fantasy to your partner. I understand that can be very scary for some people to reveal their inner desires to their partner. They're afraid of, you may be afraid of what your partner's going to think, how they're going to react, are they going to be accepting of this? But at this point, it is only a fantasy. Let's say you haven't actually acted upon it, okay? It is still a fantasy, but it's building, and you're becoming more and more excited by it. So what you're doing is withholding a very intimate part of you from your partner. And that desire will keep building and building, and you may want to actually act it out at some point, which does help to release it, but now you've acted it out without your partner's knowledge. So you've now got these fantasies and desires, but now you've been lying and cheating behind their back, exploring behind their back, which makes it much more difficult if they ever find out. So I strongly suggest that you start to communicate and trust that your partner is strong enough to hold what it is you need to tell them. Trust that they are strong enough to support you through whatever it is that you're going through. You know, we come together in partnerships, in marriage, in relationships, because we find somebody that is our soulmate, is somebody that we feel we can spend a long time together with. We may have children with them, and we may, in a marriage, it's expected you spend the rest of your life together. So if that's the case, this has to be somebody that's going to support you and hold you through the difficult times, or the changing times, or the, exploratory times. So trust that they can be there for you. And as you open to them, intimacy between the two of you will deepen. You may also be very surprised to find all sorts of things that are going on with your partner, desires and fantasies that they have been having because of the lack of sex between the two of you. Maybe there'll be some similarities. As soon as you open that up, that is a form of release, and you will start to feel better. And then the two of you can work together to decide how you're going to deal with this fantasy. Maybe you can work together to figure out a way to play out this fantasy. Possibly you can play it out together first, and then you can figure out a way that you can incorporate somebody within, or possibly your partner is very open to you going out and having experiences with the same sex. So take that risk. It's so important to deepen the intimacy with somebody that you're the closest with, and let them know what's really going on for you. In my own personal experience, I did have a partner who did come out as bisexual. Now, he had played around behind my back for a few years, a number of times. The desire just kept bubbling and boiling until he couldn't do anything about it but release it in an exploratory way, which, you know, was lying and cheating to me. There was a lot of tension in our relationship at that time, and I felt distancing from him, and I wondered, what is wrong with the relationship here? Why is he so far away from me? Why can't I you know, what's missing here? There's a big layer that's kind of like disappeared between us. And once he revealed it, I'm like, oh, the relief of knowing now what was really going on was so huge for me, even though it was very, very difficult to take, and that he had done stuff without my knowledge. It was still such a release and a relief to know what was going on with him, because I loved him very, very much, and I wanted only the best for him. And so trust that your partner will support you through this, and that knowing and connecting with them will strengthen your relationship. Thank you for joining me. Lianna with the Sex Discovery Channel. I also work with people one-on-one. If you would like to talk to me in person, I offer a 30-minute free consultation. Please message me or email me at info@liannawalden.com. And stay tuned for some upcoming workshops that I'm going to be giving. Much love making.